My name is Charlotte Buskill. I am a third grade teacher at Newton Parish Elementary for Owensboro Public Schools, and I am a Milken Educator. We had a lot of visitors, really important people, and they were talking about the excellence in education, which is a huge part of my heart since I am an educator myself, but just hearing about the hard work of teachers all over the nation, and then a teacher at Newton Parish was going to be awarded an award, the Milken Award. The moment I heard my name, I was in complete shock. I was just completely overwhelmed. I started to tear up just because, education is so important to me. My students are so important to me. So to be recognized for that with all the hard work that we've done, all through the pandemic, it's really moving because it's been hard and we pushed through because we love the students and they need us, no matter if it's times of pandemic or not. And so to just realize that, the hard work that I put in is being recognized is just a huge blessing. I think the passion for teaching really comes from my own educational background. My mom was a first grade teacher all growing up. After school hours, I would be in my mom's classroom helping her in the summer times. I loved it. And so that was just really, I grew up thinking that school was just this loving place, and it truly is. And I loved my teachers growing up. I have an educational story of my own. I am dyslexic, and so it was kind of challenging in those first few years to learn to read. And my mom and countless educators in the summer really pushed me to be able to excel. So I was a student with an IEP early on in my education, and then I was able to exit needing services, and that just really showed me that when people invest in you, you can go really far. And so that's how, I just knew early on that I wanted to go into education to give people that same feeling of empowerment that I was given by my family and educators that helped me along the way. I have been teaching for 7 years. I am married to a band director who's also an educator, and we live in Owensboro, and I graduated from Penn State University, but I had gone to University of Kentucky for my freshman year, and that's where I met my husband. And so when we were both looking for jobs, we were applying in Pennsylvania and in Kentucky, and I ended up getting an interview at Newton Parish. My mother-in-law had worked here previously, and so Mr. Bratcher, Cammy Fulkerson, and Tanya Lewis brought me in. It was a 3-day weekend, and they interviewed a Pennsylvanian and took a chance on me, and so that's how I ended up at Newton Parish. So I studied at the Western Kentucky University and got my master's in literacy education, and I am so passionate about literacy education because no matter what content subject you're going to be focusing on, literacy is part of that. And so that is just ingrained with everything that I do. I'm a self-contained third grade teacher, so that means I teach all those subjects, and I'm able to use what I learned in my master's degree with students every single day, whether it's science or math. And that's just something that I'm really passionate about because literacy, without reading, you can't go far. And it just has allowed me to really empower students from learning to read and reading to learn. It's just been one of my favorite things to teach.